All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Mr. Foodie PTY. I got Junior do Panama with me today, and we're on the road for a special episode out here near Santa Catalina. Now, this is about a 5-hour drive from Panama City and is a very special place. Today, we're here at Catalina's Hideaway, and this place is known for its activities such as surfing. You know, this is one of the closest destinations to Coiba Island, where it's world famous for scuba diving and snorkeling. There's just so much great activities here to do on the water and on the land. We're super excited to show you this beautiful resort, take you through a little bit of the gastronomics, introduce you to the owner, and it's just a lot of excitement happening. Octavio, you ready to do this?
Yeah, I want to go to Sand Dollar Beach.
Sand Dollar Beach? Let's go check it out. Come on, let's do this. All right, guys, I just got here with the owners of Catalina's Hideaway, Anthea and Ryan, two Canadians with a big dream. Guys, talk to me about the concept of Catalina's Hideaway.
I think the concept was really just building like our dream destination. Like, where did when we worked in Canada, in Toronto, in finance, so we traveled around a lot. We worked long hours, we were tired.
Later on, we had children, which became part of the travel as well.
Yeah.
So we wanted to kind of take all these things.
And we really just loved adventure travel. We loved going to like off the beaten path places in Costa Rica and Nicaragua, like anywhere in the world where it was just not like commercialized or like an all-inclusive destination.
So then you take
and
that,
so, yeah.
I'd say add comfort, add good food, good drink, good music, and put it
adventures
and nature, and put it like in a very chill kind of rustic place, but make it so everybody who comes loved the comfort and felt like they're home.
Yeah, and I found a lot when we traveled historically, like a lot of places like that aren't really typically kid friendly, like they're not built with kids in mind. So with us coming from a place where we had kids, we built these casitas that actually have these like separated lofts. So like
where the kid has an adventure inside.
Kids like in a little loft space, they feel like they're camping. The parents have their own private space, private patios.
Very comfortable.
Overlooking the beach, very cozy. And just everybody has their own space and everybody's really comfortable. So that was really the dream.
Yeah. And then just to go a little off topic, you know, you mentioned you have kids, I have a son.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite things about living in Panama and raising my child in Panama is the fact of all these cool adventures that he gets to go on.
Yeah.
Totally.
Talk to me a little bit about what are your kids' favorite adventures here in Catalina?
I would say the last couple days, we've gone out to Coiba National Park.
Yeah.
And we saw the humpbacks with their babies. So like my daughter's 4 and our son's 7. And they're just like, they're so big. And like,
is this real?
And then snorkeling that day with sharks and turtles and like a full Finding Nemo scene underwater. And they're just like, coming up, like thumbs up.
Yeah.
And
like this is the greatest thing in the world. Thanks, Mom.
And they
Thanks,
get to do
Dad.
it all the time and continually.
So since we moved here, we've also picked up diving, scuba diving, and free diving. And so our son, who's 7, is very aware that he cannot be a scuba diver until he's 10. That is the age that he can get licensed.
But he's just so amped on it.
And he is just like, every year on his birthday, he's like, I'm 1 year closer to being 10. I'm going to scuba dive with you soon. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. Like, it's so...
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and obviously, Brody loves to surf, and Smith's 4, so we're just starting to get her into that.
Yeah,
pushing her on the board, she's kind of standing up.
Yeah, but they also like are really ingrained in nature. They're really like...
They love iguanas and the birds, and like, Dad, come here, look at this. So,
but they're really eco-aware too. Like, they constantly are picking up garbage on the beach. They're really aware of like nature and animals, not hurting animals. So, I mean, that the ethics that kind of just naturally happens with living in this kind of environment
and understanding it
is really in line and aligned with like our values. So I love that we're able to have that experience.
Teach it to them, but show it to them as well. Like, here's garbage on the beach. This happens.
Let's pick it up.
Try not to buy a water bottle, you know, if we don't need to do that. Exactly.
Well, now obviously my favorite part, I love the accommodations everywhere I go, but the food. Let's talk about the food because most people, you know, when they go somewhere, it's about the accommodations, about the adventure, and of course, you can't forget the gastronomics.
Yes.
Comida.
Yes. So we are from Toronto, downtown Toronto, which is definitely known as a foodie city, probably the one of the biggest foodie cities in Canada. Anyways.
Okay.
And in North America.
Kind of like a mini New York.
Yeah. It's the most ethnically diverse country or city in the world.
Yeah.
So we have little India, little Jamaica, little Portugal, little all these, and so we have so much different food to experiment and try.
So yeah, with Catalina's Hideaway, our restaurant's called Sobremesa, which technically means over the table. But actually in Spain, it's not a Latin American thing, but it is a Spanish culture thing where people will ask you in Spain, hey, are you staying for Sobremesa? And Sobremesa refers to the time that you spend with people after a meal, having a cocktail, chatting, socializing, enjoying like your friendship.
Letting it digest and just enjoying with family the warmth that you've had of that meal and the company.
So well, that's a concept here too.
Totally. And we made it very comfortable so people want to stay and hang out with good tunes and just
and you know your neighbor, you know, like that's one thing as an ex-backpacker, you know, when I was younger, I love the concept of going to a hostel because of all the people you got to know.
Totally.
Right.
And I feel like places like your guys's, yes, it's a step up. Yes, it's a beautiful hotel, resort. However, you still have that social aspect where you get to know everybody around in the community.
And our guests intermingle as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, and they end up going to trips together and surfing. It's super cool. It's
things that they'll never forget.
Yeah, and then I think just to circle back to the food, you know, we try to do everything like as fresh as possible. So we buy all of our fruits and vegetables locally.
Awesome.
All of our fish comes straight from our local fishermen. We don't buy anything from fish or seafood from big box stores. Sometimes right from the local guys.
Sometimes we'll be here in a boat, we'll pull up, and they'll come with the clams or the big snapper or tuna, hopefully sometimes, or wahoo. Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
It's kind of that like farm to table / sea to table philosophy where you're getting everything super fresh.
We actually grow some of them on the property, and we have mango, avocado, guanabana, guava, yucca, plantain, obviously, and we're adding that all the time.
And then we also, you know, coming from Canada, like we just had there was a huge vegetarian vegan culture there in downtown Toronto. So when we were living in Canada, we loved eating vegan food. And I feel like that's something that's sort of missing in like Latin America in general.
I would say in the city, no problem, but when you get out of the city, it's hard to find good veg, good vegan.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are looking for that.
Of course.
And not just pasta with tomato sauce.
Yeah.
And the typical things, which are great, but you can't have that every meal for 3 days.
Especially if you have a place like this where people have expectations of going above and beyond, which you guys do a great job of.
Thank you.
And then of course to all of our viewers out there that want to follow you, that want more information, give us some social media details.
So you go ahead.
At Catalina's Hideaway is our Instagram, our Facebook. We're most active on Instagram. We do have a YouTube page if you look Catalina's Hideaway.
Got it.
So that's our best. And then the website, catalinashideaway.com.
www.catalinashideaway.com. And then, of course, if anyone wants to email us, it's just info@catalinashideaway.com.
And we try to offer a concierge experience with our guests, so we can help you book your koi, but we can help your shuttle. We have discounts in the city for great hotels. We know restaurants. So clients who are traveling with us, feel free, even before your trip, send us a message and ask us some questions, and we can totally help you plan a wicked trip. Going from Bocas, working with people like you who know different spots and chatting about it and setting up a cool trip, not just here, but all over Panama.
Very cool.
And just before we log off here, we do have now breakfast included, and we've maintained our a la carte menu. We've maintained our a la carte menu, so you still get to choose from a variety of selections, from smoothie bowls to breakfast burritos to
sandwiches,
shakshuka. And then we also offer now free daily yoga. So we have an on-site yoga instructor.
What time's that at?
It's at 9 a.m. every day.
Every day.
Yoga in the morning.
Namaste.
Yeah. So free daily yoga, free included breakfast with your stay.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
You
guys rock. Make sure you get out here. Check out Catalina's Hideaway. Pick up a hat. Enjoy the vibes. And you probably never want to leave. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this experience here at Catalina's Hideaway. Definitely book yourself a trip out here. Come enjoy life. It is such a beautiful place. And remember, Do Panama, we're all about helping people like yourself discover Panama, whether you're looking to retire, invest, or relocate to this amazing country. Check out our website, dopanama.com. Here you'll find our 23-question Where Should I Live relocation survey. We also have our real estate network with listings from all of our affiliates throughout Panama. And of course, if you guys are looking for any information or to set up a complimentary Zoom call with myself, please just email my team, info@dopanama.com. Hey, Octavia, you had a good time?
Yeah. And every time my dad's company sells a house, and he buys me a limited edition Pokemon pack.
You don't like Pokemon?
Yes, I do.
Awesome, brother. I love you, dude. Guys, we'll see you next time. Until then, ciao.